Let's learn all about texture and this really cool crayon watercolor resist painting technique. Today we're going to talk about texture. Texture is the way something looks or feels. I have these beautiful fall leaves here today, and these have a few different textures. If I feel the top of the leaf, it's very smooth. If I flip it over and feel the back of the leaf, all of these lines feel very bumpy. Let's get started on today's project. The first thing you want to do is write your name on the back of your paper. We're going to wait to add our sticker. Flip it over and grab a leaf. You are going to take your leaf so that you can see the back side or the textured side and tuck it under your paper. Now I need to take some peeled crayons. I have all these wonderful warm colors. Warm colors are colors like red, orange, and yellow. But here's the neat thing. There isn't just one color of warm red. There isn't just one color of warm orange. And there isn't just one color of warm yellow. Here I have a few different yellows. And browns are also considered warm. So what I need to do is pick out one of these crayons that I've peeled. I think I like this red one. I'm going to lay it flat on the paper and use my pincher fingers like this. And I can feel where the leaf is under the paper. So I'm going to press and rub just where my leaf is. And wow, the texture appears almost like magic. Now, if I want to, I can take the same leaf, put it in a different spot. Can kind of feel where it is. Pick out a different warm color. I think I'll try this yellowish orange. Wow. Now it's okay if I overlap onto some of the red. I'm actually trying to fill up my whole paper with color. Now I can take that same leaf, I could even turn my paper, find a different spot for it, find another warm color. Wow. Now, if I have different kinds of leaves, I can try other ones too. I want to check and make sure that the textured side or the back of the leaf is up. This one's kind of heart-shaped. I think I'll make this one this kind of golden brown. Wow, there's the texture. Okay, now that I have all of my paper covered with lots of texture, I'm going to take a Sharpie and outline my leaves. So I can see here this maple leaf has this sort of zigzaggy outline. I'm going to carefully draw around it. If you don't have a Sharpie, a black crayon will work for this step also. And I think I'm just going to draw these 3 main veins of the leaf in. I'm going to do that with all of the leaves. I have some more warm colors today that I'm going to be painting with. Now, with watercolors, they come in these little rectangles and the paint is dry when you first use them. So the first thing you want to do whenever you use a brush is give it a rinse and then just wet the paint. So I'm putting a couple of drops of water in each one of these little rectangles. I think I'll start with yellow. So I'm just going to hold this and give it a little stir, and that's going to make my paint nice and watery. And now I'm just going to start painting. So I don't necessarily have to put yellow on top of yellow. I think I'm going to put yellow on top of orange because I know that not all fall leaves are just one color. This gives me a layered color effect. Really brings out that texture. Give it a rinse, move on to another color. Give my orange a stir. I'm going to put orange over top of yellow. You want to make sure that you have a lot of water in your watercolor paints. If your paints are too dark, it's going to hide the texture of the leaf underneath. So if you are painting and it is too dark, just add a little more water to your paint and move it around on your paper. I'll do orange on top of this brown one too, since I have my orange on my brush. Get rid of some of these puddles. Oh, that's too dark. If I keep painting with that, it's hiding all of the texture. So I need a little bit more water. So I'm just going to take some water on my brush and use what I have and add water to it to spread it around. That's better. I can still see the texture underneath now. This is a good stopping point, or you can decide to paint the background. That's the areas around the outside of the leaves. I'm choosing one color to paint the background. I'm going to use this brown, but I want to make sure that the brown has a lot of water in it. Brown can be very dark, and I don't want it to hide all that awesome texture that I've created in the background. Just take a paper towel, put it on top, press gently and rub, and any puddles that were on your paper will go away. Now that we're done, we can take this, flip it over, find a dry spot, and put on our sticker. We didn't want to put our sticker on before because when we were rubbing our crayon, we would have had a shape show up like the sticker. Great job, everybody. You just created a crayon watercolor resist with lots of warm colors and texture.